Hello, my name is Regis Snyder and I'm with Traction Tools. I'm going to be doing a demonstration of our software for you today. But before we begin, I would like to go over a brief history of Traction Tools. Traction Tools has been in development for 4 years. We have been live for 2 years. Right now we're running over 2,000 Level 10 meetings per week on our software. We're an official licensee of EOS worldwide, and all of our software is EOS Pure. Gina Wickman, Mike Payton, and Mark Winters, the guys that wrote the Traction books, they actually use our software and they refer their clients to us. And out of the 216 licensed EOS implementers in the world, 189 of them have a Traction Tools account, and they also refer their clients to us. Now, this is the workspace of Eileen Sharp. Eileen Sharp is the integrator for Swan Services. She is involved in multiple Level 10 meetings during the week, but what I do have up right now on her personal workspace is the information for the Leadership Level 10 meeting. If you did want to see information from other Level 10 meetings that you might be a part of, all you would have to do is go up to the meetings, click on that, bring up the information for whatever meeting you would like. But we're going to go into the Leadership Level 10 meeting, so I'm going to leave that one up. Now, this is the workspace. This is where you go during the week to get everything set for your Level 10 meetings. My clients tell me this saves them between 45 minutes to an hour every single week just in preparation of their Level 10 meetings. Everyone who is a user in your company will have their own individual workspace page. They are completely customizable, but the way that I do have this one set up is we have the scorecard on top. Right underneath that, we have Eileen's current to-dos. To the side of that are her current rocks. As I scroll down, she has the to-dos for everybody who is a part of this Level 10 meeting. That way she can keep an eye on everybody during the week, make sure they're getting all their work done. These are the people headlines that they're going to share during the Level 10 meeting, and these are the issues that hopefully they're going to get through during the IDS portion of the meeting. Now, if you find that you don't need some of this information on your workspace page, there is a trash can next to each one of these tiles. All you have to do is click the trash can. That will take the information off of your workspace page. If you ever want to bring it back or add different tiles, all you have to do is go to the Add tile in the top left-hand corner and click on it. And it shows you everything you can have up on your workspace page. You have your scorecard, your people headlines, your rocks, your to-dos, your issues, your recently solved issues, your notes, and your stats. Now, you can have all that information up, you can have none of it. It's completely up to you, whatever you need to get ready for your meeting. Now, during the week on the scorecard, if you do need to change anything or add anything, all you have to do is click in the box and type in the number that you need. That way, when you get to the scorecard portion of the Level 10 meeting, everything will be filled out. All you have to do is analyze at that point. You don't have people typing in their information during the meeting and wasting everybody's time. Everything should hopefully be all filled out. If you come up with any people headlines during the week that you would like to discuss during your Level 10 meeting, all you have to do is go up to your black bar at the top and click on this little banner. When you do that, it gives you a spot to put in the people headline. You just type in your message, who it's about, and any additional details that you may have. Now, I've already put in 3 for this demonstration, so I'm not going to waste your time putting in another one, but that is where you would go to put in the people headline. More importantly, though, if you come up with any issues during the week that you'd like to discuss during the IDS portion of the meeting, you go to that same black bar, but this time you go to the push pin. When I click that push pin, I will put in an issue for you, and that is Traction Tools. The details I'm going to put in there is that we're doing a demo today. We are going to go over pricing, and there is a 30-day free trial. Now, that information is going to stay with the issue no matter where it goes in the software. Even once you have solved the issue and it drops off into your archive, you can still bring it back at any time. All of the issue details, all of the notes, and all of the attachments will be there with it. This is a cloud-based service, so it has unlimited storage. If you're with us for 10, 15 years, you can go all the way back to that first meeting 15 years ago and still pull back all the information. So I'm going to click OK, and that will be waiting for us in the IDS portion of the meeting. And lastly, if you come up with any to-dos, all you have to do is go up to that black bar once again and click in the box. Now, from your personal workspace, you can only create to-dos for yourself. And the reason for that is nobody sees your workspace except for you. If you wanted to create a to-do for another person, you would have to do that during a Level 10 meeting. That way they're there to accept the to-do, and also an email goes out at the end telling them about all of their to-dos. But a typical to-do will be, do that thing. Now, if you want this to be a personal to-do that will only ever show up in your workspace page, you leave it as personal to-do, you click OK, and it will print up in blue. But if you want this to be part of one of your level 10 meetings, all you have to do is click the arrow. It's going to show all of your level 10 meetings. You tell it which one you'd like it to go into, click the OK, and it's going to pop up right here in the current to-dos, because everything in this software happens in real time. As soon as you type it in, it goes everywhere in the software it needs to go. So Do That Thing is a part of Swan Services Leadership Level 10 meeting. That's the meeting we are about to go into, so I'm going to say she got that done, because you always want to get your to-dos completed before you go into the meeting. Review the sales process with the sales team is also part of the Leadership Level 10 meeting, so I'm going to say she got that one done. Get it done as part of her Finance Level 10 meeting. We are not going into that one today, so I will leave that one unchecked. And pick up dinner is an example of a personal or an individual to do. That's why it's in blue instead of black and white. She needs to pick up dinner for herself and the family on the 17th. Every time she logs into her workspace, she's going to see that in blue, so it's going to kind of pop out at her. So there's no way she's going to forget to pick up that dinner for herself and the family on the 17th. Now with your rocks, if you want to add anything to your rocks, like notes or attachments, all you have to do is click on the rock itself. Then that comes up, it says Edit Rock. Now you are not able to change your rock unless you are an admin, but what you can do is you can add additional notes, you can put in hyperlinks, attachments, pictures, URLs, whatever you need. That way when you get into the rock review portion of the meeting and somebody says, how you doing on your rock? All you have to do is click on your rock and all these notes and attachments will pop up. You can show them everything you've done with your rock up to that point. Now that is pretty much everything with the workspace page, so I'm going to take us into a level 10 meeting. To go into a level 10 meeting, all you have to do is click the L10 right here, and that's going to take you to your personal level 10 page. It's going to show all the level 10 meetings that you are a part of. So Eileen has got her finance level 10. She has the same page meeting with the other owner, and she also has the leadership level 10. The operations and the sales level 10 meetings, Eileen does not actually attend, but she is an admin. So that allows her to see everything from every single level 10 meeting. But if you are not an admin, or you are not part of a specific level 10 meeting, the only thing that will show up on this page is the level 10 meeting that you yourself go into. That keeps people from being able to see information from other level 10s that they're not a part of. But to go into a level 10 meeting, all you have to do is click go, and that will take us to the opening page. In the opening page, it's going to show everyone who should be attending this meeting. Now, if you're all in the same room, you can just look around the room and see everybody is there and then start the meeting as a leader. But if you do have people that are remote, the people that are remote, all they have to do is go to their personal workspace, wherever they are in the world. They can click the level 10. When it brings them to this page, they can click down here on video conference. Now, you can use any video conferencing software you would like. We personally use Zoom, but it will work with everything. The nice thing about that video conference is when somebody starts the meeting as a leader, it pulls everybody to that leader's page. So you're laser focused, everybody's always looking at the same thing, they're always talking about the same thing. You can't be jumping around to other parts of the agenda, you do truly have to follow the leader through the entire meeting. So I am going to start this meeting as a leader. I am Eileen right now. And the first thing I want you to notice is up here, the timer. It's showing 0 minutes right now because we just started the meeting. That is going to count up through your entire meeting. Now, as you know, a typical level 10 meeting is 90 minutes long. So at any time, you can look up in that top left-hand corner, see how much time has elapsed. Make sure you've got a good flow going on your meeting so you can get through all the steps of the agenda within the 90 minutes. This clock is the local time of whoever started the meeting as a leader. I'm in the Chicagoland area, so it is showing Central Time right now. And then you just go through all the steps of the agenda. These are all based on the Traction books. You've got your segue, your scorecard, your rock review, your people headlines, and your to-do list. Each one of those are 5 minutes. Your IDS is 60 minutes, and your conclusion is 5 minutes. When you add these all up, it comes up to the 90 minutes of your typical level 10 meeting. But if that doesn't work for you, that's okay. You can make changes. You can go to your advanced settings right here, and that will allow you to change the name of anything in your agenda. You can change the order of the agenda. You can even take a part out if you would like. And you can also change the time limits of everything in the agenda. So if you want your meeting to be an hour long instead of 90 minutes or 2 hours, whatever you need to do, you can make those changes there. Now, we have been in the meeting for 1 minute. So you see the one right up here, and the segue just went from 5 minutes to 4 minutes. This counts up through your entire meeting, and each portion of your agenda will count down. Once it gets to 0, it's going to turn red, and a little popping noise is going to go off in the laptop of the person who's running the meeting. This lets them know that they've used up their allotted time for that portion of the agenda. Now, it will not move them to the next section of the agenda, but it does let them know if they want to get done within 90 minutes, they better start wrapping things up. So you start with your segue, you share the good news from the last 7 days, one thing personal, one thing professional, everybody in your group does it, and then you're ready to jump into the scorecard. To do that, you just click the scorecard. Now this is going to bring up the exact same scorecard that we had up in our workspace page, just a little bit bigger and easier to read at this point. It shows who is accountable for the measurable, what the measurable is that you have set, and what the goal is that you've set. It also shows your last 13 weeks records. Now if you made your goal during any of those weeks, it's going to come up in green. If you did not, it's going to come up in red. So looking at that first measurable, new leads, we have got a lot of red going on in that line. There's obviously an issue there. There's a reason we're not getting our leads in the way that we should. But we don't discuss it now. What we want to do is make an issue out of it so that we can discuss it during the IDS portion of the meeting. To make an issue out of your new leads, all you have to do is go into that line and go to the push pin. When you click the push pin, it auto-populates for you. Your issue is your new leads. Here are all of your details from the scorecard, and it shows that we did miss it by 1 in the last week. Sue Meacham is the measurable owner. When I click OK, in the bottom left-hand corner, a box is going to pop up that says a new issue has been made. So new leads is now waiting for us in IDS. We can discuss it there and decide how we're going to get new leads coming in for the company. Now, if you wanted to create a to-do from your scorecard, it works the exact same way, and I'll just make a to-do from that exact same measurable. So you go to new leads, and this time you go to the box, and it is the same through the entire software. Push pins are always for issues, and boxes are always for to-dos. So I click in that box to create a to-do. All the details auto-populate once again, and then you just make up the to-do. I'll say, get more leads. Now, Sue Meacham is the measurable owner, so her name automatically comes up. But you can assign this to-do to anybody who's in the meeting. To assign it to somebody else, you just click in this box, and it's going to show you everyone who was attending the meeting. I'm going to assign the to-do to Lisa, and I will take it away from Sue, so now Lisa needs to get more leads over the next 7 days. When I click OK, in the bottom left-hand corner, a box pops up that says a new to-do has been made. When we get to the to-do list, that will show up as a new to-do for Lisa that she needs to get more leads over the next 7 days. Now your scorecard is completely customizable. You can put it in whatever order you would like. You can track whatever you would like. Your goals can be based on units, dollar amounts, or percentages. We will definitely give you a hand with setting this up, but now we're going to jump into the rock review. To go into the rock review, you just click there. And we are right now in the leadership level 10 meeting, so the company rocks are first, and then it goes through everyone's individual rocks. All you need to do in the rock review is read off the rock and say whether you're off track, on track, or done. Now that will obviously change from week to week. When it does, all you have to do is click to change it. With the company rocks, right now 60% of them are completed. When I move this to done, that automatically goes up to 80%. At any time, you can look in the top corner of each person's box, see how everybody's doing with their rocks at that point in the quarter. Now the trifold brochure is a company rock, but it's also Art Pearson's personal rock. So whenever I move this to off track up here, automatically moves down there because they are the exact same rocks. Now if you want to see how everybody was doing with their rocks, all you have to do is click the rock itself. Over here in the notes, all the notes and attachments that have been put in before this meeting will pop up. Anybody who is logged into the account can add additional notes. They can put in hyperlinks, attachments, URLs, whatever you need, and they will all auto-save with the rock. So next week when we come back in and you're analyzing this rock again, all these notes and attachments will still be here. Now, I don't know how your typical level 10 meetings go, but with a lot of companies, the way that it works, the quarter starts, the rocks are assigned to everybody, and they get all excited. They say, yes, I know exactly what I need to do to complete this rock within 90 days. So that first week, every single person is going to be on track the whole way down. And then the next week, they're all going to be on track again, and on track, and on track, and on track, through the entire quarter. You get to the end of the quarter and you realize you really haven't done everything you need to do to complete that rock on time. So you drop to off track, you've got like 2 weeks left, you say, oh my goodness, how am I going to complete this rock on time? What we have put in to help with that is the milestones feature. And what a milestone allows you to do is you can set a date at any time during your rock period that you're going to get something accomplished that's going to help you complete your rock. So for this trifold brochure, Art Pearson said that he's going to contact printing, find out how much it's going to cost, and how quickly they can get everything turned around for him. Now, he said he was going to get that done by January 15th, but he did not mark off this box, which means he did not get it done. We are way past January 15th, so this date is red, the dot on the timeline is red, and the entire timeline is red right now because we are off track. but we can easily fix that. All we need to do is assign a to-do to Art to contact printing over the next 7 days. To do that, all you have to do is click in the box within his rock. It's going to auto-populate all the details once again, and that to-do will be contact printing. Now, Art Pearson will obviously be accountable for that because it is his rock. So whenever I click OK, in the bottom left-hand corner, another box pops up that says a new to-do has been made. Art now knows that he's got to contact printing over the next 7 days. Now, during this week, when he does get that accomplished, all he needs to do is go to his personal workspace, open up this rock, and then he clicks in this box. When he does that, that goes from red to blue. The dot on the timeline goes from red to green. The entire timeline changes color, and you can move him to on track because at this point, he's done everything he needs to do to complete that rock on time. Now, I'm going to take you down to Eileen Sharp because she has got a rock with multiple milestones. She needs to meet with 3 key clients that have reduced or eliminated their spending with Swan Services. The milestones that she set was she wanted to meet with the first client on January 18th, meet with the second client on January 28th, and meet with that third client on February 14th. She got all 3 of her milestones completed. They're all checked off, they're all blue here, and all the dots on the timeline are green. She's actually done with her rock because all she had to do was meet with those 3 people. Now, you can have as many milestones as you would like affiliated with any of these rocks. You can have no milestones. You can have 50 milestones. If Eileen needed to meet with 10 different people during this quarter, she could set 10 different milestones down here. There'd be 10 dots going across this timeline, and she just checks them off as she gets each one completed. That is pretty much everything with the rock review, so now let's go into the people headlines. People headlines is information that you want to share about anybody in your company or even one of your clients. They do not have to be part of this level 10 meeting. Whoever puts the people headline in is the person in the circle. Whoever it's about is the person in the square, and then this is the headline. So he closed a huge deal with a new client. That is awesome news. We definitely want to celebrate that as a leadership team. But we may also want to share that with our sales level 10 meeting so that they know everything about that new client. Once you have multiple level 10 meetings, if you want to share a people headline between them, all you have to do is click the arrow right here. It's going to copy the headline. You tell it which level 10 you want to share it with. I click OK, and it has now been shared. Now, at the end of this meeting, all of the people headlines and all of the completed to-dos are going to drop off and go into the archive because they're both based on the last 7 days. So that's why we shared this one with the sales level 10, because next week when we come in, none of these headlines are going to be here. They will be in the archive. You can pull them out at any time, but they are no longer a part of this meeting. Now, if there's any notes or attachments affiliated with these headlines, all you have to do is click on the headline itself. So Jenny had her baby and it's a boy. Over here in the notes, it says her baby was 17 pounds and she broke a state record. Now, Jenny is not going to be with us for a while. She's going to be on maternity leave. That was a very big baby. Who knows if she's ever coming back. Jenny was a part of our sales team, so we need to know what we're going to do with her clients while she's away. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that headline into an issue. To do that, all you have to do is click the push pin right here. It makes that headline into an issue. Now you can rename the issue if you'd like, but I'm going to leave it as Jenny had her baby and it's a boy. When I click OK, at the bottom left-hand corner, it's going to say that a new issue has been made. So Jenny and her baby are now waiting for us in the IDS portion. We can discuss there what we're going to do with her clients. If you wanted to create a to-do from any of these people headlines, all you have to do is click in one of these boxes. Like if we wanted to send out flowers to Jenny while she was in the hospital, we can click that box and create a to-do for somebody in this meeting to send flowers out to Jenny. That is everything with the people headlines, so let's jump into the to-do list. Now, you always want to be EOS pure, which means you get 90% of your to-dos completed as a group every single week. If you do, this congratulations pops up, these fireworks go off, and everybody says, yay, we did our job over the last 7 days. You click the OK, and then you can analyze the to-dos. Any new to-dos that were created during this meeting are always going to be on top. It says new, the software knows that they're new, so they are not included in this percentage completed. The people that did complete their to-dos, though, they marked them off in their workspace, so they are checked off here and they're grayed out. If you did not complete your to-do, it's going to still be in black and white and your picture is going to be in color. Now next week, when we come back into this meeting, all of these that are checked off and grayed out will be gone. They'll be in the archive. These two will still be up here, but they will no longer say new. Hopefully they'll be grayed out because they got them taken care of over the last 7 days. And if Sue still did not send those quotes out to 3 new prospects, there is going to be a red box right here that says late. It's a way of holding everyone accountable for their to-dos. Nobody wants to see that late at the end of their name. But if it does happen, you can create an issue out of it and ask Sue, why did you not get your to-do completed? Maybe she was sick, maybe she was on vacation, maybe she really just had way too much on her plate and she could not complete that to-do on her own. If you want to reassign a to-do to someone else, all you have to do is click on the to-do itself. Right now it shows that it's assigned to Sue Meacham. When you click on her name, it's going to show everybody who is a part of this meeting. I'm going to reassign it to Vic Hightower. When I do that, the picture over here becomes Vic's picture and the due date pushes out to 7 days from today. Now, if you did need to adjust a due date on a to-do, all you have to do is click that. It is going to bring up a calendar, and you can move it to whatever date you need it to be. It will not show up as late until after that date. But that is everything with the to-dos. Let's go into the IDS. IDS is the most important part of your meeting. That's why it's 60 minutes long and everything else is 5. This is where you identify your issues, you discuss them, and you solve them. Everybody in the meeting is going to see this list of issues. Any new issues will always be on top. Anything carried over from past weeks will be on the bottom. You decide as a group which 3 are the most important to discuss first. When you know which ones they are, you just click in the circles. So we'll do traction tools, we'll do Jenny and her baby, and we'll do revise the financial department structure. Now, if you tried to pick a 4th one, the software will not let you do that because that is not EOS pure. If I tried to pick the marketing process, it says, hey, solve the top 3 issues first. If there's time, you can always come back and get more issues. So once these 3 are picked out, you hit the sort, it brings them up to the top, and you start IDSing. To IDS, you just click on the issue itself. Any notes or attachments that were put in before this meeting are going to pop up right over here on your whiteboard. As you are discussing, this becomes your whiteboard. Anybody can add additional notes, attachments, hyperlinks, whatever you need, and that will all autosave with the issue. So no matter where the issue goes, this information will stay with it. So you talk about traction tools. You saw the demo, you like the pricing, you want to at least take advantage of the 30-day free trial to make sure it's going to work for your company. So you make a to-do out of it. To make a to-do, you just click in the box right here in the issue. It auto-populates everything, and that to-do will be contact Regis and start that trial. We're going to make Art Pearson accountable for that. When I click OK, down at the bottom left-hand corner, another box pops up that says that a to-do has been made. Art now knows that he's got to contact me over the next 7 days so that we can get their trial started. Once you have solved your issue, you've done all your discussion and you're ready to drop it into the archive. All you have to do is click in the box right here. That takes it off the list and moves it into the archive. You can still bring it back at any time, and all the notes and the details and the attachments will all be with it. Another way that an issue is going to leave this list, Jenny had her baby and it's a boy. Well, we already know Jenny is part of our sales team. So we as a leadership team have decided we don't want to pick out who's going to take care of her clients. We're going to move this over to the sales level 10 and have them decide who's going to take care of Jenny's clients. So it works the same way as a people headline. All you have to do is click on the arrow, it copies the issue, you tell it which level 10 you want it to go into, you click OK, and it now shows that it has been moved. This is no longer our issue, but we leave it on our issue list. The reason for that is, next week when we come back in, if sales took care of this issue and picked somebody to take care of Jenny's clients, they will have dropped it off of their IDS list, and this will then say solved. We can click in the box and drop it off of our IDS list. But if we come back in next week and this still says moved, that means sales did nothing with this issue. That's when we're going to send them a cascading message that they need to put somebody in charge of Jenny's clients because nobody's talking to them right now and we do not want to lose them as clients. So this is just another way that the software always holds everyone accountable. Even though this is no longer our issue, we follow it the whole way through until it says solved, and then we can drop it off into the archive. And you just click the box to do that. A third way that an issue is going to leave this list, revise the financial department structure. That might be an issue you're not going to take care of right away. Maybe it's next quarter, maybe it's even 6 months down the road. What you can do is you can move it to your long-term issues list on your Vision Traction Organizer, and you do that by clicking the VTO right here. That takes it off the list. It is now on our Vision Traction Organizer. I'm going to take you there now because the Vision Traction Organizer is included in the software. This is the Vision Traction Organizer for Swan Services. It's about everything about the future of the company. It shows their core values, their focus, their 10-year target, their marketing strategy, their 3-year picture of where they want their company to be. As we scroll down, it shows the 1-year plan and the current rocks and the long-term issues list. Revise the financial department structure is the issue that we just sent over. Now, if you're ever in a level 10 meeting and you'd like to discuss one of these long-term issues right now instead of waiting till next quarter, you can come to this portion of the software. There is an IDS at the end of each one of these lines. Whichever one you want to discuss, you just click that IDS. Takes it off this list and moves it right back to the level 10 meeting that you just came from. When we go back, there it is. Revise the financial department structure. Now I'm going to pretend that we discussed and solved this one, so we're going to send it into the archive. We have only used up 4 minutes of our allotted 60 minutes, so we have time now to go back and pick a couple more issues. You do the same thing. You just click in the circles of the ones you want to discuss. You hit the sort. They all come up to the top. You discuss them. You solve them, and you send them into the archive. And you continue to do that through the entire 60 minutes. That's everything with the IDS, so let's go into the conclusion. In the conclusion, first thing it's going to do is recap all of the to-dos from today's meeting. Everybody looks up here and says, yes, I know that's what I need to get done over the next 7 days. At the end of this meeting, an email is going to go out to every single person who was a part of this meeting. It's going to be a recap of the level 10 itself. If you had any to-dos that were assigned to you, just your to-dos are going to be included in just your recap. So there's no confusion whatsoever. You saw the to-do here. You see it again when you get back to your desk in your email. So there's no excuse for not getting your to-dos completed. If we have any cascading messages that need to go to any other departments within the company, like if we need to yell at the sales team to take care of Jenny's clients, we can create a to-do right here telling somebody in this meeting to go and yell at the sales department. And then everybody's going to rate the meeting. It is a level 10 meeting, so you want to get as close to a 10 as you possibly can. If somebody does happen to give it a low score though, like say a 5 or a 6, the meeting is not over with yet. So you can ask them, what was wrong with today's meeting? What can we do better next week? So that you can give it that score of a 10. And then it's going to send out the email summary to all attendees. It's going to close out the completed to-dos, close out the people headlines. When I conclude the meeting, here is an example of the email that goes out. First, it's going to say that there were 6 issues that were solved in today's meeting. It's going to list each one of those issues individually. It's going to put all the notes, all the details, and all the attachments right there with it in your email, so you have it for your further reference. If you do happen to erase that email, that's okay, because everything is in the archive. You can pull it back at any time. Other important details from the meeting is that 92% of our to-dos were completed. 9.2 was the average rating of today's meeting, and the meeting took 18 minutes. Now that will normally say 90 minutes, but I don't want to waste your whole day, so we did it in 18 minutes. I'm now going to take us to the accountability chart because that is also included in the software. This is the easiest accountability chart in the world to move things around on if you ever need to. This is the accountability chart for Swan Services. There are 2 different color boxes. If the box is orange, that means everybody who reports to that person, you can see right now on the accountability chart. If the box is gray, that means there are more direct reports underneath that person. You can either click the arrow underneath that box to show just their direct reports, or you can go up here to the corner where it says expand all, and that is going to open up your entire accountability chart. Now I am going to have to shrink it up so you can see the whole thing. But this is the accountability chart for Swan Services. This is a PDF, so you can print it out at any time, give it to anybody in your company, whether they're part of a level 10 meeting or not. That way they know who they report to and what their actual roles are. You can print it up based on the entire accountability chart, or you can do it by department. So if you just wanted to do sales, you could have it print up just the sales department. This is all it'll print up. You give that to your sales department, then they know who they report to. Now once this whole thing is filled out, and we will definitely give you a hand putting everything together, but once it is all filled out, if you need to move anything, it's very simple. Marketing right now is part of our sales team. Let's just say you wanted marketing to be part of the finance team. All you have to do is highlight this box, click on it, and drag it over to finance. Marketing is now part of your finance team. Now that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, so I'm going to highlight marketing one more time, and I'm going to drag it over to sales, and now marketing is part of sales again. If you need to change anything within someone's box, it's very simple, like if you want to add a role, subtract a role. To add a role, you just click the plus right here. That opens up a new dot where you can type in a new role. Now if you ever want to take a role away, there's a grayed out X at the end of each one of these roles. You click on that, it's going to take the role away. Now, everything that I am doing right now, you do have to have special permissions to do. So some random person can't just come in and start changing your whole accountability chart around. You do have to have those special permissions to make these changes. But let's just say things are blowing up at your company. You have more business than you know what to deal with. So you need to hire a new sales rep. To do that, you just click the plus underneath the sales manager. That will open up a new function. In that function, you type sales rep. We already have a couple of sales reps, so I can just click on that and it's going to auto-populate the roles from the other sales reps. Now, if you do want to change them, that's fine. You can take them away or add different ones. When you hire that new employee, you just type their name over employee, and it is all set and ready to go. That is everything with the accountability chart, so now I am going to take you into the pricing. Traction Tools is $149 per month for your first 10 users. Once you have more than 10 users, from user number 11 to user number 45 is $10 per person per month. So if you had 45 total users, it'd be $499. If you ever get to the point that you have more than 45 users, that will get you into enterprise pricing, and what that is from user number 46 on to infinity. Doesn't matter how many more you add, it is $2 per person per month. So basically there are 3 different tiers to the pricing. What you get for all of those tiers is everything we went through today. All of the level 10 meetings, all of the scorecards, the rocks, the people headlines, the to-dos, the issues list, the vision traction organizer, and the accountability chart. And if you get to the point that you do have multiple level 10 meetings, if a person is part of more than one, they are still just one user. So you do not have to spend extra money to be involved in multiple level 10 meetings. Also included in the price is the ability to text in information. You can text in your issues, your people headlines, your to-dos, all that fun stuff. Also included in the pricing is unlimited live training and support. Anytime you have any issues, all you have to do is give us a call, send us an email. Somebody from my support team will always get right back with you. They can share screens with you and walk you through whatever your question is. So that the next time you know how to do it yourself. If it's something small, like you just want to add a couple of people to a level 10 meeting, just send us an email. Let us know what we need to do. We'll get it done. We'll email you back, say log into your account. Everything will be set and ready to go. You do get personalized accounts set up at any time. Anytime you want to add or subtract anything to your account, we will do that for you free of charge. If you are the type of company, though, that likes to do those things yourself, that's fine. Just make sure whoever is going to do that is an admin. And that will bring us to our proven process. Today we did our demo. We talked about us. We talked about the tools and the processes. At the end of this, there will be a link. We're going to send out an email to you with a list of data on it that we need to start your 30-day free trial. As soon as you get that information into us, within 24 hours, we'll have everything uploaded, set, and ready to go. That is when your 30-day free trial starts. As soon as that happens, we're going to send you an email saying, let's do a walkthrough. A walkthrough is the exact same thing as we did today, except instead of it being Swan Services, it's all of your company's personal information. We make sure we have it set to your exact specifications. Anybody who's going to be using the software can be in on that walkthrough, and we'll train everybody at once if you would like. If you need multiple trainings, we'll do that as well. Your level 10 meeting will be set. We'll take you through the whole thing, show you how to add things, subtract things, move things around, and then the rest of your 30 days go by. Run as many level 10 meetings as you possibly can in that time. You use the software, you love the software, and then at the end you say, yes, we definitely want to sign on with you. At that point is when we're going to ask for either your credit card or your bank information so we can set up billing. Up until then, we don't even want it because it is truly a 30-day free trial. But once you do sign on with us, approximately every 90 days, we're going to do a personalized admin tutorial. This is basically a 15-minute meeting where we go over any advanced features that have come out or will be coming out in the near future. Make sure you're taking advantage of everything. If you need additional training at that point, that's fine. Please just let us know. It does not have to be a 15-minute meeting. We'll spend 6 hours with you that day if you need, because we want to make sure that you're always gaining traction. We want you to be using traction tools the entire time that you're going through your EOS process so that you can get the most out of your EOS experience. I want to thank you guys very much for your time today. If you do have any questions, my information will be on that email that is being sent out to you. Please give me a call or send me an email at any time. I'll give you a hand with whatever you need. Thank you very much and have a great day.